This is the Ohio AgNet. I'm Joel Norwood, broadcasting from the Voice You Know at the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Zidua, the most trusted name in herbicides, providing Ohio soybean and corn acres with up to 2 weeks more residual activity and broad-spectrum weed control. Happy National Agriculture Day. That's right, today, March 24th, National Ag Day, marking 250 years of progress in American agriculture, all around the theme, Together We Grow. Organizers say the day about recognizing how agriculture touches everything, food and fuel to fiber, the things you wear, and encouraging more people to explore careers across the industry. And you can learn more about how it's being celebrated at ohioagnet.com. Again, happy National Ag Day. And don't forget, Ritchie Brothers having a large auction coming up on March 26th. Visit rbauction.com for complete details. Again, Ritchie Brothers, large auction on March 26th. In news, our own Brianna Smith says it's Beef Outreach and Nutrition Month.
Joining me today is Anna Guest. She's the nutritionist for the Ohio Beef Council. Anna, tell me a little bit about how beef fits into a healthy diet.
Well, beef is a lean protein and it's very nutrient dense. So what that means is that you get a lot of nutrition in a small package. So 3 ounces of beef gives you more than 10% of your daily servings of vitamins, minerals, and protein.
And this is a special month to be talking about nutrition, right? Can you tell me what this month is?
Yes, so March is National Nutrition Month. So as registered dietitian, we celebrate nutrition all year long. But in March, we love to really emphasize what we can do to bring healthy, nutritious meals to our plates and talk about them with our community.
So let's talk a little bit about where you kind of are doing a lot of your work. So I know Ohio Beef Council does a lot of outreach. Talk to me about some of the places that you've been already in the last year or so.
So we do a lot of outreach with other healthcare professionals. So I like to talk to doctors, pediatricians, nurses, physician assistants about beef's role in a healthy diet. They spend a lot of time with patients that have concerns about health. And so my job is to make sure they have the answers to questions, especially about agriculture and beef and how that all fits into a healthy diet. I also do a lot of outreach with schools. So for school food service professionals that have questions about putting beef on a school menu, I'm their go-to resource.
Anna Guest, she's a registered dietitian with the Ohio Beef Council.
Thank you, Brianna. And more news online at ohioagnet.com, including a story about how one Ohio farmer is turning curiosity into conversations. It's a very interesting story about Catherine Harrison of Canal Winchester area. She takes products from her farm to the Oddities and Curiosities Expos. Also, our agronomic video series, Thanks to Beck's Hybrids, continues, where field agronomist Mike Hannawald talks some tips about early spring wheat management.
The wheat has started to green up as we've had some warmer temperatures. It takes 2 weeks of 40 degrees to break dormancy, and we're getting to about that point. Now, the best thing to do is to come out and take some time to do some tiller counts. I know it can be a little tedious, but it's worth the effort. So in a 7.5 inch row, you're going to measure out 19.2 inches. That's equal to 1 square foot. And I found that just measuring the length of the rows, one of the easier ways to do it. But we're ultimately looking for 70 to 100 tillers per square foot.
Again, more online at ohioagnet.com. Let's talk weather. Over to Ryan Martin, thanks to Seed Consultants, Simply Better Performance, online at seedconsultants.com.
Not as cold through the rest of this afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you. Temperatures climbing a little bit today. Will climb even more tomorrow. I do still think we are mostly dry all the way into Thursday. Now, early Thursday morning, some southwest Ohio scattered showers develop, and then a frontal boundary sags through Thursday night through Friday. Showers and thunderstorms in a big way there. I think through the last part of the week, we can see easily an inch or more of precipitation across all areas. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll turn the page to markets and market analysis up next on the Ohio AgNet. Stay tuned.
Hey farmers, planting season is almost here, and Ohio AgNet wants to bring lunch to your farm. Our Feeding Farmers contest is going statewide, and we'll soon be picking farms across Ohio to receive a visit from the Ohio AgNet and free lunch for your farm family and crew. If you'd like us to stop by, get signed up today. Just visit ohioagnet.com/feedingfarmers to enter. Feeding Farmers is brought to you by Ag Revolution, Paradise Energy Solutions, and the Ohio AgNet. The voice you know with the news you trust.
A check of what's driving markets today, thanks to Louis Dreyfus Company. Excited to bring a brand new soybean crush facility to Upper Sandusky, Ohio. Learn more about marketing your soybeans with LDC at 574-566-2113. Soybeans facing pressure with a bearish technical signal emerging as a possible bear flag pattern suggests the market could move lower without stronger demand. Much of the uncertainty centers around China, where delayed trade talks and slower U.S. shipments are raising concerns about export expectations. At the same time, global tensions continue to drive volatility across outside markets. USDA planting and stocks reports lie just ahead, though traders are cautious, watching for any shift that could reset direction. So let's take a look at how markets are shaping up number-wise today in Chicago, thanks to Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. Online at seedconsultants.com. May corn is up 4 cents to 463.5. July corn up 3 pennies at last check, 473.5 per bushel. May soybeans 11.60 3/4. They're down 2 3/4. July beans off about the same to a price of 11.76.5. And July wheat up 1 3/4 to 601 3/4. April live cattle 38 cents down to $234.93, while April lean hogs are 8 cents down to $90.73. The lone gain on the livestock side is April feeder cattle. They're 43 cents up to $352.90, and milk going sideways. They're staying put for right now at a price of $17.39 for Class 3 in April. I'm Joel Norwood. This is the Ohio Ag Net.